Welcome, student. This is your first class of JavaScript. JavaScript actually used for developing web pages. I can say interactive web pages because in previous classes you already learned HTML language and you made a few web pages also, but that web page was a static one. Means whatever the page you made, user can read or see the on that page only. User cannot interact with that page, or you can say application. So with the help of the JavaScript, you can make dynamic pages where user can interact. So this is the main advantage of JavaScript, and this language help the developer to make rapid web pages with the help of some library and rich tool that is available with JavaScript. So let's move ahead to the next slide. But before discussing JavaScript, but that term come in our mind, that is the Java. So we must discuss about Java also, and then we'll do some practicals in JavaScript, and we'll find out some similarities and differences between Java and JavaScript world. Okay, move to the next slide now. So very first term come in our mind about when we read the term JavaScript is Java. So popular term. The most of the actually in computer classes, you definitely have this term Java. So Java is a programming language. That language invented by James Gosling and developed by Sun Microsystem. It was first released in 1995, and several new versions have been launched since then. And there are different actually IDs available where you can develop Java applications. Not only the Java application, even you can develop mobile applications also. So actually, with the help of those ID and with the help of the Java language, you can develop different applications. But our today's topic is JavaScript. But Java is the term, that's why I thought you must know about Java also. So move to the next slide. We know about JavaScript also. Now JavaScript. Brendan Each in Netscape. Uh, Netscape was the first web browser who used those multimedia content, if you know. So Brandon Each at Netscape, and he developed this language in 1990 and named it LiveScript. So first, initially, the JavaScript was known as LiveScript. Later on, it was renamed to JavaScript. Then who developed this language? Brandon Each at Netscape. Netscape was that web browser earlier when the Internet Explorer and Chrome was not popular. That time Netscape was so popular. The full name was Netscape Navigator. Okay, move to the next slide. So, now JavaScript. JavaScript is a lightweight scripting programming language which is used to make web pages interactive, where user can interact. I have already told you, and also it can calculate, validate, manipulate the data at runtime on the page only. The script available there in the page only. This we can do. It can insert some dynamic text. We can insert CSS. We can use HTML in HTML pages. We can use all these things. So we can make a interactive and dynamic web page with the help of JavaScript. There are some other scripting language also available like VB script, but most popular one is JavaScript. Why? Because the JavaScript having some rich tool with it, and these libraries also available with the JavaScript. So we can use all these libraries in our web application when we develop. So it's help us to develop rapid application, or I can say web application. Okay, move to the next slide. Now many of the browsers actually supported JavaScript, and as just I told you, VB script, Coffee script, some other scripts are also available, but mainly developer prefer JavaScript because JavaScript has a rich libraries and supported by almost all the browsers, and most of the client languages they build use JavaScript as a intermediate. So it's easy to learn, and you can easy develop the web pages with the help of these languages. Now move to the next slide. So now you can check, this is the actually The graph that so popular in between employers, where the employer prefers the developer, where the developer having the knowledge of different languages. So very first, right now in 2020, this data actually originally I get it from the Indeed.com, and the most popular nowadays in employer is Python and Java. Java is no doubt about it. Java is still so popular, and in third position JavaScript is there, because we can develop some interactive web pages with the help of JavaScript. So different languages actually having different advantages that depend on what type of application we are making, and what the language we have to use to develop such application. So that depend what type of our requirement, and on the basis of that requirement we choose language. So for most of the developer who develop web pages or web application, they prefer JavaScript. C++ is also there, C Sharp is there, PHP, Perl, so different languages are there. Okay, now let's move to the next slide. Now we'll compare this Java and JavaScript, and we'll check some similarities also. So first comparison, or first point is independence. So Java Java can stand on its own, while I can say that whatever the application we develop in Java language, that application you can run in any of the computer. Any of the computer, I mean any of the operating system. Like suppose you made that application in Windows system, so you can run that in Linux, you can run that in Mac. So whatever the operating system you prefer, that will run. The main actually advantage of Java is the Java's code actually understand by the JVM, that called Java Virtual Machine. So whatever the bytecode, that bytecode understand by the JVM, and that JVM actually available in different platform, I mean the operating system, and that JVM understands that bytecode and convert the code to machines form, so different machine can understand. If the bytecode comes to Linux operating system, so JVM available in Linux that convert bytecode to machines form, so Linux can understand. Same thing in Mac, so in Mac's form, so Mac can understand. Same thing in Windows, so Windows can understand. So this is the actually process that happened in Java. So that's why it's we can say term that is used for Java application, WORA, like write once and run anywhere. I'm again repeating, WORA, write once and run anywhere. That is actually so popular term in Java. And similarly, but JavaScript is the different one. When you write the JavaScript code in HTML, that that HTML or in web page, that web page actually run in a web browser. So different web browser having their own engines, and that engine understand that scripting codes and execute those code on browser only. So maybe that is the Chrome 1, the Microsoft Edge, the Microsoft Edge 1, and then the different engines. So I hope you understand the independence. This is the main difference. One is the using JVM and another one is using the engines. Move to the next slide. Now presentation. How Java must be compiled into what is known as a machine language before it can be run on the web. And JavaScript, the text when you write in HTML document and run through the browser, so you can alter it after run and run it again and again. I'll show you with the help of one example also. But the first term, that is Java. So Java, what Java actually what happened in Java programming language? Java is compiled to bytecode, and the bytecode actually understand by the JVM, and JVM available in different operating system, and that operating system JVM understand Java virtual machine, I mean, understand the bytecode and convert it into the machine level form, so machine can understand. But here in JavaScript, the code understand by that engine, and that engine actually make on the form that browser form, so browser show the web page. Got it? Now move to the next. Now the simplicity. If I compare both of them, Java and JavaScript, so somewhere JavaScript is easy to write, and user can easy to understand. So it's easy to develop such application in JavaScript web application. But Java is a little bit different. It's a little bit complicated and use some specific IDs also where you can develop Java application. So JavaScript is I can say easy if I compared with the Java language. Move to the next. Now deployment. As I said, Java is designed especially for developers to write down the code once and they can deploy it whatever operating system they choose without the need to make changes. A term I said, write once and run anywhere. Now, on the other hand, JavaScript meanwhile is a more we can say more susceptible to changes in execution environments, even though it's follow open script standard. This can be frustrating for developers sometimes. Sometimes it's happen, but when you understand the logic, how to write the code, that will be so easy because a single line code is used to generally uh, to link your libraries, and you can easily use those features available in library with the help of JavaScript. So move to the next. Now debugging difference. No debugging the debug terms is generally comes for rectifying the errors. That we can say debugging. In Java is actually every time when you make a application in Java, it's first it's compile before the run and check whether the its codes are proper or not. If any error, then it's generate the error message, and then you have to rectify it, and then you can run the Java application whatever you made. But in JavaScript other hand, it is not compiled in the same time, since it's a remove bug in real time also. Like your page is running, you open that page and some errors occur, so at run time you can alter in any of the editor, you just save it and you refresh it. Simple, complete it. But this is not possible in Java. So that's why JavaScript is better than to Java application if we compare in these terms. Okay, now move to the next slide. Now platform. A platform, I can say that platform used by these two languages, like Java use JVM, and the JavaScript use the browsers or those engines where the code is actually execute. JVM maybe differ for different operating system. Means that the JVM for Linux is different, JVM for Mac is different, JVM for Windows is different. So these are different JVM available there, and these JVM actually convert the code or those white code to machine level form, so machine can easily understand. But in JavaScript, that concept is totally different, where that engine actually understand the things and make the pages available in the browsers. Now some similarities are also available, like both Java and JavaScript use opening and closing braces for code block. Like you are making application for calculators, then like addition, subtraction, multiplication, so different code block you can make with the help of these braces. Semicolon used for end of the statement, however in JavaScript is optional, but I recommend to you prefer to use semicolon. Both have maths library, both having programming constructions like sequence, selection and looping. These I have already explained you in the class 7 standard, if you remember the programming constructions of any of the language, and both have return statement. Okay, now move to the next slide. So now what is the minimum actually requirement for the developing of JavaScript web page? That web page use JavaScript. Computer, definitely a computer required. Text editor, anyone you can take Notepad or Notepad plus plus, but I will recommend you, please you take Notepad plus plus. And web browser, any of the web browser, Chrome or Microsoft Edge, whatever you want, you can opt it. Next, now this is the simple code structure of the JavaScript. HTML, you already know how to write HTML document, and this is the basic structure of that. But you take care one thing. This is the script tag. That script tag actually tell whatever the codes come between it, that is actually JavaScript code. And these we have to use with the help of script type text oblique JavaScript. This we have to write, so system can understand whatever come between these, that is the JavaScript code. Now let me write the same code in and I'll show you practically also how we can do this. I'm opening here Notepad. I told you you prefer Notepad plus plus. So this is Notepad plus plus. The code is already written here. So whatever the code you will type, you can use the same code also. Take care of the one thing. When you save this one, go to the file and save as. Suppose here I am writing Java, or I am writing here class 9, whatever the name, dot html. So this html is must. Dot html is must. Now save it. I saved this. Now I saved this in desktop. Let's move to the desktop. And here I save class 9. Now let me open this. Now this is the code, hello JavaScript. I just press OK. Now go back to the code. Just check, this is the alert box, and this alert box pops up whenever I actually open the page. And this is the page. Let me refresh it again. It's popping up, hello JavaScript. Okay, at runtime page is open and I am going to make the changes. Hello students, how are you? And I have to save this. Now I saved and refresh it. Now hello students, how are you? So I explained you, okay, at runtime you can alter the JavaScript code, but that was not possible in Java application. You have to open it, you have to recompile it, and again you have to deploy it. So this was the difference. I hope you understand. The same code you can note it down in your copy. You can take the snapshot of this. Now move to the next slide. Now some ending statements with a semicolon. Just I explain you, that is the optional one, semicolon. With traditional programming languages like C++ and Java, each code statement has to end with a semicolon. Many programmers continue this habit with writing JavaScript, but it is in general semicolons are optional. However, semicolons are required if you want to put more than one statement on a single line. But still, I recommend you must use semicolon. Okay, and you must prefer the Notepad plus plus. You can download it from the internet, and that is a totally open source software. Now move to the next slide. So thank you students. Your next class on 14th of November, and that day I'll make a tutorial of JavaScript variable, so we will learn about more about variable. Till then, goodbye. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay blessed. Thank you.